that are Starbucks cup collectors. So are you guys a hot cup collector or a water cup collector? If you are, which would you prefer? I love these. These are my favorite. They keep my tea hot. I can't. I take it everywhere. All right, let us get started. We are going to talk, or we are going to get just a little, both. I love it. Okay, good to know. We're going to just get a warm up going. So right here, we're just going to tap side to side. So let's just get started really nice and quick. We'll get this booty moving and shaking. And then from here, let's take that knee up and around, up and around. So open up the hips, good, and around. Squat, just a little squat wherever that's comfortable, good. Lovely. 4 more. I do miss teaching classes. 3, 2, and a 1. And then just here, warm up the legs, come up to the toes, get that triple extension in. Yeah, good. Let's go. 8 more. Christy, welcome. Derek, love it. Get your warm up in. 5, 4. We're using bands if you have them. 3, 2, and a 1. And then just bring the legs out a little bit into a wide legged side to side lunge. Open things up. And then we're going to hold it here on this side. Take it around. Drop the knee down toward the floor and then lift. Down toward the floor and lift. We're going to do 2 more here. And then once here, I want you to take that leg down to the floor. Push this toe back and then bring this leg forward. So hip flexor and then a little bit of the hamstring. Hip flexor, a little bit of the hamstring, and then we'll go one more time. Hip flexor and a little bit of the hamstring. Good. And then bring yourself up, and we're going to go back to those side-to-side movements. Ah, yes. Warming up the body. We're going to hold to this side and bring the knee down, and then bring the leg up. Knee towards the floor. Lift. Watch your posture. Keep your Aoife. Love it. Carolyn, nice to see you this morning. 4, I prefer Zoom because then it can be interactive, but I thought I put this on a few platforms, so I thought this would be easier. And then drop your foot. We're gonna go from the heel to the toe, front of the leg to the back of the leg. 2 more. Like to keep things a bit more dynamic than holding a stretch at the beginning of the workout. 1 more, and then done. So if you have your band, now is the time to pop it on. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. I've got the tight one on. All right, so posture. Let's make sure that that's engaged. Core right in through the middle. That every time that you move the legs side to side, I want you to actively feel this core having to brace. So it should feel like it's getting tight every time you move the toe up. And that's just holding it in place. Set your shoulders back and down. Make sure your head is in line, that you're not too far jutted forward like we tend to be. And then we're just going to take a side step touch. All right, we're going to move forward here. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hold the legs wide and walk back. 3, 2, and then a 1. Now let's start with the other leg. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then hold, bend the knees, and walk back. 3. Now take a look, if you get a chance, if you can take a look down at your feet, or if you've got a mirror handy, that your feet aren't collapsing and the knees aren't coming in. Be strong here. Let's go to the other side. Now remember, if you've got any knee problems and or these outer thigh aren't strong enough to keep the knees out, let's just put that band up above the knees, because that's going to be just as effective. This one will be like level 2, and the one above the knee will give you a little less pressure on the knee. Side to side, good. And then walk it back, walk it back. Oslo Cafe. Tell me your name, Oslo Cafe. Welcome. Walk it back, good. And then let's go one more time. Side to side, good. Shoulders back, walk it back, nice. Okay, so we're gonna do one leg here. Step, push. Now this leg is bent. Remember, every time that leg pushes out, you should feel a little bit into that core. Here we go. 8, 7. Now, even though this leg is the one that's moving, this is the one that is working. 3, 2, and a 1. Step to this heel and pull on the other leg. So get a little break, keep this knee bent, little active. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5. We're gonna stay on this leg. 3, 2, now push this leg out, tap. Yes, knee is bent. This is your working leg. Watch the knee and toe alignment. You're in the same direction. Try not to let that knee collapse. Yeah, good. 4 more. Here's 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Now step here. Oh, this is Bodhi, by the way. Bodhi, yeah, you're in our way. Pull. I'm babysitting. Pull. This is life at the house today. Good. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Okay, so that should just give you a little bit of burn in through this booty. You've done that right. Pop the band just around your toes. Bring your feet about shoulder distance apart. I want you to squat down and then pull. We're gonna alternate the legs here. Pull, pull. So, new thing to look at on our body is the hip flexors. Lately, seen a lot of great information come out that it's not necessarily that our hip flexors are tight, but that they're weaker. So, this little exercise here, it's gonna help those hip flexors. Yeah, I know. Well, then get your band. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Pull it up. Every time that knee comes up, engage those that rib down to the core. Let's do one more each side. Hold. Band still around the ankles. Bend that knee, support. Now just lift that leg. Lift, lift. So you're on a balanced leg. Don't let that ankle collapse. Knees nice and strong. Core pushing out. Here's 8. Good. Welcome, J.G. Torg. Tell me who you are. I don't know if we've met. I'm Kim if we haven't. Welcome. And I'm hoping you're not just watching, but you're actually doing. 2 and a 1. Hold it. Other side. Bend. Lift. 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 Good. All right. Rib to hip connection. I took him up for a walk already. All right. Here's 8, 7, 6, 5, push, 3, 2, and a 1. We're gonna go back to just a single leg pull. So find your balance, bring this knee up. If you're good, use something here if you need for balance. Otherwise, let's practice. Pull, pull, lift, lift. Love practicing the balance. Love, love, love. Just in case you're not in our snowy climate, it's this time of year where we get a lot of falls. And if we have some core and we've got some balance, we're able to react a little more quickly with a little bit more muscle to help if we're in a falling situation. Let's go. 8, right here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Heading over to the other side. Pick that leg up and pull. Now remember, this is, one leg might be a little bit more steady than the other. It's very normal. Yeah, and if you're wobbling around, honestly, take that as a good sign. The body is looking to adjust, and it's making micro adjustments so that you can balance. Try to find that midline, that easy. Good, let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Pop the band just around back on those ankles. All right, again, if you need them up above your knee, feel free. We're gonna stand, use something here for balance. Find your balance, and we're gonna kick that leg back. Yeah. So the leg is long, you're not pushing it back from the knee, but the leg is long and you're lifting from the glute. So as you lift this leg, you want to feel that this muscle squeeze. Don't arch the back and go into that low back. Just push that leg out. Yeah, keep pushing. All right. Rebel Runner, I love the name. Welcome. Alan, welcome. Oh, this is cool. Galen, let's see if I've got this. Galen Doss, roofing. So if you need any roofing, we've got somebody here to help you out. 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Now, bring it back to the middle before we do the other side. We're just gonna take the feet wide and narrow. Wide and narrow. So notice as I'm going wide, the knees aren't collapsing. My ankles aren't giving out. I'm trying to push with the outside of my leg. We're leading with one leg. Good. Stay low. 8 more. 8. Nice. 7. I really do hope you guys are joining me and not just watching. 3. This is good. 2. Nice. And 1. So remember which leg you started with. Come on back. Bend into that leg, the supporting leg, and push. Push. Well, you gotta get out of the way there, mister. Squeeze into that glute and feel, watch so you're not going into the back. So keep the rib and hip connection so that as you extend, you are getting into the glute, not the back. Oh, he's talking today. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, bend that knee, 2, and a 1. Now we're gonna go back to the middle. Start with that other leg. Walk in and out. Walk in and out. Whew. Talking and working out. It's an art. It's a fine science that needs to be practiced. Here we go. Core in. Love it. 8, 7, stay low. 6, 5, good. 4, nice. 3, last 2, 2, yes, and a 1. Shake it out. Okay, so we're gonna come down to the floor and we're gonna do a few exercises here. The first one, you're not gonna need your band. Feel free to grab a mat and come on down. All right, mister, get out of the way. So we're gonna come down on all hands and knees. Make sure here that you've got your core connection, rib to the hip, and you can feel this engaging. Hands on the mat. Feel like you're squeezing oranges into your armpits so that you've got some purpose up here as well. Take that knee back behind you, and this is gonna depend on flexibility with a kick. Touch, then kick. Touch, then kick. Touch, then kick. Good. So if that knee doesn't touch all the way over, don't worry about it. This is just flexibility. I want you to work on trying to keep that core in, trying to keep these arms engaged into the elbow, that elbow squeeze, so you've got some purpose at the top of the body, and then the kick with the leg. 4 more. You are gonna find, there, that it might be the leg that you're kneeling on over the leg that you're kicking. 1 more, and done. Now before we go to the other side, I want you to sit back, and then as you come up, drive the hips. So sit back and drive the hips. Now, if you're thinking about it purposefully, at the gym, I put a band around my clients' hips. It's tethered to some point, and we're looking at squeezing in through the glute, lengthening out a little bit through the hip flexor, but you can do this purposefully without having any resistance. So sit and drive, sit and drive. Again, working on the, using those hips to drive and the glutes to squeeze. Even in this position, as I lift up, I am purposeful with the knees, and making sure I can feel the resistance in between my thighs. Here we go. 4, squeeze. 3, let's go. 2, 1 more, and a 1. Take the hands on the floor. Let's go to the other side. Touch and kick. Touch and kick. Whew, and go. So the nice thing about the muscle that we're working, or the muscles that we're working, is, I'm sure you've all experienced it, a leg day, when the next day or two you can barely bend the knees, or get off the toilet. Everything's a little bit tight and sore. This one, the muscle burns. The pH in the muscle goes up while we're working, but typically doesn't leave us as sore as it would if we were doing a set of squats or deadlifts. Here we go. 4, big kick. 3, again, you're starting to feel the burn on the leg that's on the floor. And 1. Come on back down. Sit down on those hips, and then drive forward. Squeeze through the glutes. Drive. Yeah. Back problems, really good here. We're strengthening the hip flexors, the glutes, but we also want to make sure any type of back issues that the hip flexors and the hamstrings are long and feel like they've got some flexibility in them. As soon as those two start to pull in opposite directions, we can't get into a really good correct posture. And if you're prone to back injuries or back issues, that's where some of that pulling comes from. So you'll get the referral in your back, but it may be because the front side is tight, back side is tight, and they're kind of pulling against each other. 4 more. 4. This can be a really easy exercise, so make sure that you're being purposeful. 2, squeeze, and a 1. So grab back your band. We're going to shimmy this up to the top of the knee and laying on your back. Now, if you're close to a stair, feel free to pop your feet along the bottom of the stair. I'm going to use the Bosu ball. And then honestly, the floor is just fine. So you're just at the top of the knees. Let's be purposeful with the blades. So squeeze the blades into the back of the mat. Push, open, close, and release. So right here, sometimes we get to a point where we're extending our ribs. Try not to get there. So just enough that the rib and hips stay connected, and drop. So lift, open, close, and release. Don't push through the back, squeeze through the glutes. So little dimples on the side of the glutes, that's where they're coming in. Lift, open, and close. Good. Reach. You got it. Let's go 8 more. Here's 8. So we've got a little bit of glute action, and then we're also going to get into the hamstring. 7, 6, lift, 5, 4 to go. 4, 3, lift. Nicely done. I'm saying that in hopes that you're getting this done. 1 more, and done. Okay, let's drop one leg. Take the other leg to the ceiling. This can be done with or without a band. Dig those shoulders in, be active, push the leg up. Push, drive. Foot can be on the floor, on a step, on a ball, whatever that works. 8 more. Drive. It's not a big movement. You're getting right into the hamstring of the leg that's on the floor. 4 to go. 4, drive. Feel every time you lift this rib to hip connection. 1 more, done. Take that leg down and lift. Drive. Good. Lift. Push that heel straight up to the ceiling and try to keep this leg active by contracting through that muscle. So this hamstring, this glute, this leg contracting through that thigh. 8, 7, squeeze the shoulder blades. 6, listen, we're all busy. We don't have time to be messing around. So when you're here, let's be active and let's get this stuff done. 3, 2, 1 more, and a 1. You can choose to keep the band where it is, or if you want a little tougher, we're going to put it at the bottom of the ankles. Flex your toes towards you, hands either behind the head or underneath your back for a little bit of support. Looking down at the legs, that'll keep the back from arching. Open and close, reach. Open, close, reach. Feel free to leave one hand behind the head if you like a little support, but don't go back down to the floor. Open, close, reach. Open, close, reach. Here we go. So now we're going to get a little bit of core in, bringing the ribs down to the hips as we reach. 8, lift. 7, one movement at a time. 6, 5, let's go. 4, nice. 3, you got it. 2, reach, and 1, love it. Okay, leave your feet up, shoulder distance apart. We're gonna pulse and hold. 30 seconds, hands behind the head. Remember that back stays pushed into the mat. You got it. Keep those toes flexed. It's funny how 30 seconds when we're just doing nothing goes by like that. Yes, 10 seconds left. Straight up over the hips. If you find that your legs are down here because your hamstrings are a bit tight, just keep that in mind and do a little bit of rolling or stretching. Done. Relax. Nicely done. So we're going to take the band off and we're going to finish up with a little bit of core because you're here. Really cool. Like, core is not about crunches anymore. There are lots of great things that we can be doing for our core. So 90 degrees with the hip and the knees. One hand behind the head. The other hand is going to push against the knee. You're going to push against the hand. So as you're pushing, you should already feel that core contracting. I want you to take that leg out and bring it back in. Out and bring it back in. Keep that head up and the hand behind the head. Bring it out and bring it back in. Keep pushing and pulling, pushing against the knee, pushing against the hand. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, purposeful. 5, goodness sakes. 4, 3, last 2, 2, you got it. 1 and done. 1. Okay, let's go over to the other side. You should have felt that right through the middle band. Take that other leg up, push into the hand, extend the other leg, reach. And you don't have to come back far with this knee, just to that same level as the other leg. Now it gets really easy to forget about this hand and knee push. So keep reminding yourself, push against the hand, against the knee. 8. Good. Purposeful with this other leg. 7, 6, you got it. 5, 4 more. 4, lift. 3, 2, 1, and 1. Okay, so let's go on to the side, and we'll do a little bit for the side body. Bring yourself into a plank, a side plank. So that elbow, that orange squeezing under the pit, that's here. This is braced. Bring yourself up. You can scissor the legs or stack the legs. Hand on the floor if you need. We're gonna lift the hip up to the ceiling, thinking about squeezing this rib down to the hip. Bend the knees as well, that'll work. Lift. So wherever you're comfortable, and if you've got a little bit more, or you want a little bit more, take that hand off the floor. Yes, so it's this oblique that we're working down towards the floor. Here's 8, 7, 6, we're just about done our workout. 5, 4, 3, 2, and a 1. Now, we're gonna work the fronts of the top side. Hand on the floor, hand behind the head, legs towards you, your body. Lift. Push against the floor. Now, everybody's gonna have a different fold. So, you can come here with the knees, you can lift one leg, use the hand on the floor to squeeze. Good. Late joiner, who do we have? Late joiner Erin, I love it. Happy to see you. All right, 8, 7, 6. We're gonna connect a little later today. I'm hoping you've got time. 4, 3, 2 more, 2, and a 1. So for those of you who have stayed and been diligent to get this workout in, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's always a pleasure to share my passion for fitness, nutrition, mindset. Public service announcement. So I have started my online training program, Sexy, Sassy, Strong series. It is for 40 and up women that are looking to slow down the aging process and feel sexy and strong along the way. 2 more, and I love this. The tagline is lose the weight and keep the wine. So many of the women that I train hate to give up one thing, and the common denominator seems to be the wine. So we work with it. If the indulgence isn't wine for you, but you're looking to lose some weight, guaranteeing 10 pounds in 90 days, the program works. It's tried, it's tested. Lift. 8 more, 8. So if you are interested or have somebody that is in your life that's just stuck, feeling stuck, feel free. Love the referral. Obviously, this is a passion of mine. 2, 1 more, and done. Take this leg up and over. And then just a nice little stretch here. Sit up tall and feel the stretch in through the glute. Well done. Sorry who just joined me that you missed our workout. Nick, always loved. I love that tag, or I love that Instagram name. Nick, always loved. Yes, switch it over to the other side. Welcome, sorry that you missed us, but join us again for another workout. I usually just throw them in during the week, quick little 30 minutes. Remember, you guys, it doesn't need to be forever. You know, I'll take 10 minutes over nothing. I know some of the thinking is that you have to, you know, dedicate or have 4 days a week or something, but one day, 1 minute, 10 minutes will be better than nothing. So don't think that, you know, the moon and the stars have to align perfectly. for you to make a difference. It takes one thing, one consistent thing, and you will start to see and feel the difference. Yes, I wish you could talk back to me, because there's many of you out there right now that have experienced it. Have a grand Sunday. Enjoy whatever the day takes you to. Thank you for coming, and message me tomorrow. Let me know how your glutes are doing. Adios.